Coming up on DITV, sock monkeys to the rescue. Find out why this iconic toy is helping local patients cope with their new lives.
And later, trains, buses, and Ubers, oh my. We'll tell you about the many transportation options that will make your game day experience more smooth.
And we have results from the Cyhawk game.
Sunny skies are finally coming back to Iowa City. We'll have more and weather.
All those and more coming up.
Don't go anywhere. Today's live edition of DITV starts right now. I'm Sydney Zats.
And I'm Lauren Vorel.
U.S. student Michaela Hushaw competed in the Miss America pageant last night after recently being crowned Miss Iowa. And although Hushaw's was not crowned Miss America last night, she will step back into the role of Miss Iowa. The 21-year-old is majoring in journalism while also earning a certificate in critical cultural competence. The U.S. senior told the Daily Iowan that each contestant must pick a platform to focus on during their reign. Hushaw's chose HOPE, which stands for Helping Others and Providing Encouragement, an organization to help raise awareness about suicide. Hushaw's hopes to make the most of her time as Miss Iowa, saying, quote, "People listen to you when you have a crown on your head," end quote. Hushaw's will remain in the role of Miss Iowa until next summer. One University of Iowa student and oculoplastic surgeon have been working together to give patients a better understanding of their condition after surgery. DITV News reporter Susanna Kloster has a story.
When they make the decision to remove the child's eye, that's when we give them the monkey.
Last week, the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital posted about how one student volunteer, an oculoplastic surgeon, teamed up to bring patients comfort in the form of a sock monkey.
We reached out to the Volunteer Services Office and the director, Jean Reed, and she connected us with the Merry Monkey makers who actually make the sock monkeys. So they hand make each individual sock monkey, and we asked them if they would be able to just paint a wink on the side that corresponded to the eye being removed.
For young patients, eye surgeries can be very overwhelming and confusing because it is affecting one of their 5 senses. But with these customized sock monkeys, they're hoping to help their patients have a better understanding after surgery.
And we came up with the idea of giving a stuffed animal that was winking and the eye corresponding to the one that was to be removed. And that way the parents can use it to explain the surgery to their child.
Not only are the sock monkeys great for cuddling, but a thoughtful way of educating both parents and patients. Reporting from the Stead Family Children's Hospital, I'm Susanna Kloster, DITV News.
A wonderful story, and you know what else is wonderful is this weather we had this morning. I'm really excited. Last week I was drenched pretty much every single day.
I was constantly carrying an umbrella to class. It never left my car or my backpack.
You know, this morning though, I did have to defrost my window, so I'm hoping that's not a sign that winter is just around the corner, but I'm hoping we can catch a nice break here.
I know. Let's toss it over to Jacob in the weather studio. It's hopefully some good news regarding the weather this week.
We do have some good news for you guys. We're waking up to some beautiful sunshine for this Monday morning with temperatures at a pleasant 75 degrees. Moving on to your evening, we'll still have clear skies with a low of 52 degrees. Now moving on to the rest of your week, Tuesday should be similar to today with temperatures at a high of 70 degrees with sunny skies, but as the evening comes to expect humidity to rise to 83% with a low temperature of 58 degrees. The middle of the week temperatures will rise to a low 80 in the low 80s, still with that sunshine sticking around. Thursday will bring our first sign of clouds with temperatures around 81 degrees. As the evening comes around, it will be mostly clear with a low temperature of 61 degrees. Then to the end of the week, Friday will bring our warmest temperature at 85 degrees with some sparse clouds, but mostly sunny. As Friday night approaches, many on campus might be going out on the town. Temperatures will be around 63 degrees, so prepare with dresses accordingly, maybe even a light jacket for possible winds. Let's enjoy some beautiful Monday weather. I'll see you guys later in the show, but for now, back to you guys at the desk.
Bullying has always been an issue in schools from elementary to even the college level.
With social media, bullying and other inappropriate behavior has skyrocketed. With this increased activity, some students don't know where to turn to report the incident.
One local high school is trying to fix that problem using technology. We have DITV News reporter Jahisha Thomas live in the newsroom to tell us more. Jahisha, good morning.
Good morning to you, Sydney. Thanks, guys. Yes, Iowa City High School has decided to enforce a new text approach system which allows students to anonymously report incidents of bullying or any concerning behavior. The faculty staff decided to look into the survey data and found that 65% of students had observed misbehavior but didn't find an outlet comfortable reporting to. Principal Greg Schultz claimed that students are less likely to report incidents of bullying as concerns that they won't be anonymous and the difficulties involved with talking with an adult. Again, the new text approach system allows students to anonymously text in a 6-digit number and disclose who, where, and what happened. Senior Guidance Counselor John Rorick has claimed that since the system was implicated over a year ago, there have been more active reports and students have only been following up with positive feedback. So with this new technology, it hopes to be the first steps in creating a new way to combat bullying altogether. Reporting from the newsroom, this is Jahisha Thomas with DITV News.
Last week, UI Athletics announced that the next 2 home games versus UNI and Wisconsin are sold out. With only limited tickets available for the remainder of the season and with almost 70,000 fans flocking to Kinnick Stadium, that calls for a lot of traffic.
We here at DITV want to make sure your game day experience is as smooth as possible. So standing by in the studio is DITV News reporter Jacob Guenther to tell us about some daily services you may not know about.
Thanks, guys. Saturdays at Kinnick Stadium can be a blast, but getting there can be sort of a headache. Here are a few traveling options you may not know about to save you and your family some stress on game day. Take a train! The Hawkeye Express has been used during game day for years. Fans wanting a ride can board in Coralville next to IHOP. From there, you'll be dropped off right next to Kinnick Stadium. Tickets are just $15 round trip and kids ages 12 and under ride free. The train operates 3 hours prior to kickoff and continues 90 minutes after the game. If you want to drive a little closer to the stadium, consider one of 3 lots with complimentary CAN bus service near Kinnick. Fans can park at the Hawkeye commuter lot and the Hall of Fame lot for free, no charge. From there, you'll be dropped off outside of Carver Hawkeye Arena. You can also park your car at Hansher Auditorium and hop on a CAN bus from there, or consider leaving it on the east side and catch a bus from the downtown stop outside of Schaefer Hall. You'll be dropped off at the VA hospital just minutes from Kinnick Stadium. CAN bus service is free and begins operating 2 hours before kickoff and then continues 1 hour after the game. Finally, Uber and Lyft offer various drop-off and pickup locations near Kinnick and surrounding areas. For a complete list, visit footballgameday.hawkeyesports.com. So next time your family comes to town and wants to drive to the stadium, suggest taking a train, a bus, or someone else's car. And of course, you could also walk. So, reporting live in the studio, this is Jacob Guenther, DITV News.
You know, we have a couple home games coming up, but I think the biggest game of the season just happened this past weekend.
I know, we beat State.
And you know, my 4 years of being Hawkeye, we've always beat State, and I must say the bragging rights are pretty nice.
Oh, they're amazing. Let's toss it over to Nicole with a recap of that game.
Yes, thanks, guys. Iowa City was like Disney World for Iowa fans. The in-state rival Iowa State came into Kinnick this weekend for the annual battle for the Cy-Hawk Trophy. The game got off to a quick start for Iowa State, going 66 yards down the field on their opening drive, but the Hawkeye defense managed to hold the Cyclones to just 3 points. In the second quarter, the Hawks responded with a field goal from their own Miguel Racinos to go into halftime. But Iowa hit up their stride in the fourth quarter that started this 30-yard completion from Nate Stanley to Brandon Smith, which set up this 2-yard touchdown run from Mekhi Sargent and gave the Iowa a 13-3 victory. And that Cy-Hawk Trophy will be staying in Iowa City for at least another year.
Kept making plays, you know, they weren't easy, like TJ's catch just crossed the line and all that. So I think just execution and just keep pushing forward, and we knew eventually that we could probably break them. So.
It's always exciting to get a trophy here. We got 1 of 3, so we got to keep it going. You know, Iowa State was a good team. They came out, competed. We came out and fought hard. They fought hard, and we came up on top.
Well, I had a whole 2 games of not catching the ball, so when it's finally coming my way, just take advantage of the opportunity.
Our offense had some real struggles during the day, course of the day, and a lot of those were brought on by the way they played. But we played through it, and obviously the highlight was that long drive, the 83-yard possession, and Brandon Smith coming up with a big catch there. Gronowig, just to kind of get us going a little bit, was big. And obviously what we have to do right now is refine and just keep cleaning things up and try to develop some rhythm, because we don't have enough rhythm right now offensively.
With more on Iowa's victory over Iowa State and what Cyhawk rivalry means to these players is DITV Sports' Taylor Van Fleet.
The annual Cyhawk series lived up to its potential yet again on Saturday, and the energy inside Kinnick Stadium proved that this rivalry is for real.
You know, this is like a state holiday kind of, so I mean 3 million people are on one side or the other. It's divided right down the middle.
We talk about it all year. Everything's leading up to this game.
It was a hard-fought game up until the very end, but the Hawks were able to come out on top for the 4th straight year, making it extra special for a particular group of players. The senior class is now undefeated, 4-0 against their in-state rivals.
For me and the rest of the seniors, it's just awesome. It's just something you look forward to, and something that, you might have bragging rights later in life.
Those bragging rights were up for grabs up until late in the 4th quarter, when Iowa put together an 83-yard touchdown drive to seal the deal, a sequence in which there was a clear advantage to being at home.
In the 4th quarter, whenever it's all loud like that and the stadium's going electric and it just it's amped up in there, I mean, it just gives you a boost.
The Hawkeyes beat the Cyclones 13-3, and the Cyhawk Trophy is staying in Iowa City for another year. Reporting from Kinnick Stadium, this has been Taylor Van Fleet for DITV Sports.
Iowa will face another in-state rival this weekend against Northern Illinois comes to Kinnick. This weekend, Iowa volleyball in their home opener, they hosted Eastern Illinois on Sunday. Iowa took the first set 25-15. The Hawks were led by junior Caligiuri, who tallied a career-high 14 digs. In the second set, Iowa won 25-18 with 7 kills from senior Taylor Lewis, and finally Iowa took the third set of 25-20, sweeping the match. Here's what the team had to say about their victory.
I think we still did a good job tonight in serving and passing, but I think we can be a little bit more consistent where we're replacing the ball and getting us in system during the long rallies.
Being able to bounce back and get 3 wins this weekend after a couple tough losses, so that's exactly what Big Ten is just bouncing back every weekend to weekend, playing tough teams, so it really gives us confidence for the rest of the season.
The team will travel to Ames this weekend to face Iowa State in the annual Cyhawk Series. Well, that's all from me in the sports studio. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to take a closer look on how the defense did against Iowa State. Sydney and Lauren, back to you.
That's all we have for you on this Monday morning edition of DITV.
Be sure to head over to daily-iowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday.
And if that isn't enough, make sure to check out thedailyowan.com for all your latest news.
For DITV News, I'm Sydney Zats.
And I'm Lauren Vorel. Have a great day, Iowa City.